had actually shown from their responses that the policies are inconsistent. Like I said, Mr. President is a man of bold visions, bold ideas. For you to actually tackle this, what the problem they have stated from the policy angle, they are all disaggregated policy framework. He is the desk officer in charge of cotton in this country. He's from Ministry of Agriculture. He's not aware of these things. Because you cannot take away the foundation from the house. The foundation of this sector, CTG, is cotton. So this, when you take it from the engineering point of view alone, you will not be able to address the prevailing factors, like the source of raw material he's talking about. We cannot compete if our cotton the textile mills in Nigeria cannot source the raw materials locally. And then why can't you source the raw materials locally? Because the yield, I will give you an example. Garua and Marua axis of Cameroon that is bordering the cotton producing axis of Nigeria, from rain-fed, not irrigation, not intensive, just local farmer-led distance, they are getting between 580 to 620 kilogram length per hectare, whereas we are getting 280 to 300. So they are getting double. So there will be more incentive for the farmers there to do. In the policy they are talking about, they have not factored in these foundational issues. Also, the lint quality, the fiber quality indicators like the GMN percentage GP, our own is between 33 to 36%, whereas that of the same Garua and Marua axis is between 40 to 41 to 42. Are we talking about the fiber strength? What is this fiber strength of our own? Are we talking about the fiber length, which is a very primary indicator within the mills? Our own is between 27 and 29, whereas in the same axis is between 29 and 30. So 1 millimeter difference makes a big difference. You understand what I'm talking about? So Mr. President has a holistic view that will bring in the Ministry of Agriculture, the Raw Material Research Institute, the Federal Industrial Research, Firo Initiative, the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Trade and Investment, and the Ministry of Science and Technology. Because another thing also is what they're talking about, most of the generations we have in the country are operating with 1970 technologies that are breaking those, even within that 27 to 29 millimeter fiber length. Because of the antiquated ginning machineries we have, they're cutting them into pieces, and that reduces the marketability of our processed cotton. Even without feeding the local mills, why can't we export and make money? You know, our neighbors here makes, because the ginning, this thing is updated. The textile materials you used to wear when you were growing up, they cannot compare anything near what we have now, because we are now interested in better quality. So the idea, and we have private investors that the president has attracted into the country, something like Arise. They invested in the special agro-industrial processing zone in Ogun State. They already committed close to 500 billion. Yesterday, the vice president of Arise was in my office. They are having a discussion, they're having a conversation with Afrexim Bank. They're getting a facility of $1.3 billion to invest within the cotton value chain. And even the local market alone, as of 2022, we spent $860-something million in importation. And between 2018 and 2020, we have had a compounded annual growth rate of 18%. So when you factor that annual growth rate of 18% to that 800 something, you will see that it must have crossed $1 billion factor. So we need a comprehensive, and he talked about the energy issue. When these policies were developed, we did not have a price competitive solar energy, renewable energy structure in place. In Benin Republic, Arise also, they have the cotton, textile and apparel industrial complex. They're investing in 100 megawatts solar electricity plant. In Benin Republic, electricity is not cheaper in Benin Republic than in Nigeria, but they are price competitive because there is the investors. Before the investor will commit billions of dollars to reactivate this industry, the policy must have what you call foreseeable feature.
Okay, Doctor, yes.